Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Natalie Guest and I'm the Director of eMerge Experience, and today we're going to be talking about content marketing. So on the agenda we're going to be discussing what is content marketing, how does it work for your business, how you can get started with content marketing, and then some different tips surrounding content marketing for your business. So what is content marketing? Content marketing is a marketing technique of creating and distributing relevant and valuable content to attract, acquire, and engage a clearly defined and understood target audience with the objective of driving profitable customer action. So that's on behalf, and that's a quick little description and definition from the Content Marketing Institute. And content marketing, use of content marketing as the voice of your brand to deliver on what your marketing objectives by providing good, creative, and relevant content to your audience. So content is the voice of your brand, and it is therefore important to allocate the respect, investment, and focus it requires. Creating great content is difficult, and delivering great content consistently through established processes can oftentimes be complex. However, this is what is required if you want to take your brand from good to great in today's communication environment. Doug Kessler actually also quoted, "Traditional marketing talks at people where content marketing talks with them." So let's talk a little bit about content creating versus content curating. We get this question a good bit, you guys, and so I really wanted to kind of break down what the pros and cons and exactly what the definitions are. So in terms of content creation, some benefits are, basically that you're actually coming up and writing that content yourself. So the benefits of that is that the content you create is exclusively yours. The value you offer will be unique to your own audience. You'll be more likely to build a stronger, more loyal audience with your own specific content. You'll be able to directly demonstrate your business knowledge, expertise, and experience. And then also the tone or the voice and personality of your business can be showcased because you're writing it in the way that you would say it. On the flip side of that, there are many reasons that keep businesses from creating their own content on an ongoing and regular basis. And these reasons are completely legitimate. Again, not a comprehensive list, but here are some of the downsides. Content creation can be incredibly time-consuming. I think we can all attest to that. It adds an extra layer of pressure to sustain regular creation of content. It can take a great deal of time and dedication before your business can experience real measurable success through content marketing. And you're providing your audience with only a single perspective on the subject of your content. Now let's talk about content curation. This is really where you're finding relevant content to your business and using it to post through your social media channels, through your blog, to engage with your audience around other organizations' content. It can really be amazing for your business and for your social media channels for reasons of its own. So let's talk about some of the positives of that. Content is incredibly abundant. So there's so much out there. There's so much information out there that you can access that is relevant to your business that you can share. It's less time-consuming to curate content than to create it. You can likely post with greater regularity if content is curated. It's easy to offer your audience numerous perspectives on a given subject. Sharing other people's content is inherently social, right? Always a good thing on social media. And then there are many tools that are available to make curating content incredibly efficient, such as our own platform, eMerge. So similar to just about anything in life that is relatively easy to do, curating content as your business's primary method of engagement on social media has its drawbacks. Curated content will never demonstrate your capabilities, expertise, or experience because you're using someone else's words instead of your own. And also, it might be more difficult to achieve your business objectives by solely posting curated content. So I think we can all agree, after going over the pros and cons of these creating and curation, if you have, that good balance of curated content, and creating your own content or supplementing with your own content, you can probably get the biggest positive impact on your business and on your social channels by utilizing both. So, does it work for your business? So, how do you get the biggest bang for your business with content? Well, 70% of customers prefer to know a company through their content rather than ads. And because 61% of consumers say they feel better about a company that delivers custom content, they're also more likely to buy from that company. Interesting content is one of the top 3 reasons why people follow brands through social media. And 90% of customers find content useful, and 78% believe organizations that provide content are interested in building good relationships with them. And then finally, 68% of consumers are more likely to spend time reading content from a brand than they are really interested in it. So let's talk about different types of content. You know, a lot of people believe that content, when you say content, that you're referring to just words, right, or articles or paragraphs or sentences. That's not necessarily the case. So what I did is I created a list here, and we're going to go through each of these pieces just to kind of explain what each one is. So a blog post. It should come to no surprise to see blog posts on this list, right? Blogs are often the first thing that comes to mind when people think content marketing. That's only because blogs are such a natural way to promote your message. By setting up a blog, you create a resource for your customers and a place that reinforces your brand. Next, we have guest blog posts. So just as important as writing posts on your blog, it is also contributing elsewhere online. In fact, guest posting is the single most important strategy for growing your blog readership and platform. So when you write articles on other websites, you get your content in front of new audiences and expand your presence. So think about a time when you have created an article, or you have that thought of, oh, I should really write a quick little article or some content about this subject. Well, don't just post it on your blog, but see what other resources you have that you could send it to them and ask them to publish it on your behalf. So again, you would be that guest blog post. Another thing that you can do is also ask other industry experts, or maybe it's people that you work with in different verticals, for them to post articles on your blog. You can also do how-to guidelines. So whether it's a video or a blog post, maybe a series of photos, it could be a website page, how-to guides draw readers in and give your chance to demonstrate your subject expertise. Use them to show your audience how to complete a project, maybe learn a new skill, or put into practice some really specific tips you have, and showing them how they can make that work for themselves. Images. This one's a big one. So a whopping 93% of communication is nonverbal, which means almost all of what you tell your audience happens outside the words you say. With powerful pictures, illustrations, and graphics, you have an opportunity to make a real impact on your fans. So amplifying your message, explaining an idea, and gaining user attention through images. Infographics. Does everyone know what an infographic is? What I did is I'm going to escape out of here really quick because I just want to show you an example of what an infographic is. A particularly powerful type of image is an infographic. It's the fastest growing form of content marketing for business-to-business brands. A well-designed infographic organizes and communicates technical or detailed information in a visually attractive, easy-to-process way. What's more, infographics perform well on social sharing sites such as Pinterest, where images are key. So again, let me show you an example. This is actually one of our clients. This is Ray Smiley. He's out of Ottawa, and he created this infographic about the housing market. How is it cooling? So again, very simple, but it's easy to understand, and it's in a visual format, and people like this. This is becoming more and more important and more popular in terms of communication. So this is something that you might be able to put together for yourself and for your business. And again, not just promote it, this is his blog, but not just promote it on your blog, but through your social channels as well. Okay, next up is number 6. We're going to talk about video. So what a better way to differentiate yourself from the competition than with video? Videos are an ideal platform for interviews, maybe doing demonstrations, maybe walkthroughs or open houses, how-to guides, and any content with which you want to communicate a clearer sense of your personality and style. So we see video, it's only becoming more and more popular, and with smartphones nowadays, there's no reason why we all should not be able to do some type of video piece to use as content in our marketing strategies. Illustrations. Just as infographics present information in a more readily understandable way, so do illustrations. Add an extra dimension to your content, whether it's an ironic comic strip, a pretty watercolor, or a hand-drawn recipe. Illustrations are great for catching readers' attention and adding visual punch. Number 8 is going to be testimonials. So endorsements from satisfied customers act as a major social proof for your company's value. So whether you post testimonials on your website, across your social media, or strictly on review sites, the power of these comments is undeniable. And again, don't just think about written testimonials. Think about how you can put some of these other pieces of types of content to use. Maybe you want to do your testimonials as video testimonials, or maybe you want to make sure you associate an image or a headshot of the person giving you a testimonial. So really think about how you can put different pieces together to create content. Case studies. Show the value of your product or service through tangible facts. Case studies are the perfect way to demonstrate what you offer. Show your clients how you've helped others as an example of how you can help them. So, testimonials are great, but when you can actually show the success through a case study, that's going to give you a lot more positive response. So let's talk about next is memes. When retailer Forever 21, I'm sure everyone has seen or heard of the company Forever 21, they'll sometimes run a 21 Days of Style campaign that instructs followers to show us what kind of turquoise is hiding in your stash. So again, they're asking the audience to share with them pictures or statements that fit what they're asking. So the brand is demonstrating a great way to run this type of campaign. Each day, the store gives followers a way to engage with the brand by posting related content and tagging it with a certain hashtag. In so doing, the store not only promotes its brand, but also strengthens connections with fans. Consider following in these footsteps by creating a similar campaign to engage your audience. So depending on what you do or the type of industry you're in, and I'm going to just use real estate as an example here. So maybe, you write a blog about decorating or, staging your home. You might want to ask your followers and your engagers to share with you pictures of how they staged their home, or maybe it's a few sentences or paragraphs of what they found as best practices for them. And that's a great way to engage other users to share information with you, and it's again going to help build that loyalty and trust with you. Email newsletters, number 11. The opt-in email newsletter is a fantastic avenue for getting your message out to loyal followers. The key is to provide highly relevant content that they actually want to read. So again, email newsletters, another great way to drop your content in and push the content to people and draw them to your other sites. Ebooks, this is another option for your customers who are hungry for more about your brand and or your story. Ebooks offer many advantages. Package your best writing into an ebook to sell or give away, and you can share more in-depth info on your company's unique personality, story, how you got started, etc. So this is a great way for you to, again, build a relationship with someone by telling them your story in a short story or ebook. Podcasts. Thanks to the prevalence of smartphones, laptops, and MP3 players, people today listen to podcasts in their car, while riding the morning train, running errands, or even possibly doing the dishes. What this means for you is multiplied opportunities to expand your message. You might podcast to conduct interviews, tell stories, or provide a more personal look at your business operations. Social chat. In the world of social media, networks are becoming increasingly influential. I'm sure that we cannot deny that at this point. As a content marketer, use the networks to engage with influencers in your industry. Schedule chats to discuss topics, find out what interests your audience, ask questions, and generate dialogue about your subject matter. And finally, newsjacking. So this is a great way for you to take advantage of public interest in a hot news story by finding a way to connect it with you and your brand and write about it. So, I mean, based on what's happening in your area or prevalent in the news in general, see how you can tie that back to what it is that you do and the type of services that you offer. And that way, it kind of gives you a cheating point of how you can, what to talk about. Next, where can you use your content? You can start your own blog if you haven't already. You can promote your content through email. You can engage with social media with your content. And again, it's really setting yourself up as that industry leader. And it helps build loyalty to generate new leads. So let's go through each one of these a little bit deeper. So through your blog, really this is where the meat of your content can sit while your other channels point to it. Social media sites and blogs reach 80% of internet users and account for 23% of all time spent online. So this is the perfect place for you to set any of your content is through a blog. Some people have external blogs that actually have call to actions to drive people to their website or to their social channels or to view their listings or check out other services. And then others actually have a blog built into their website already. So either one works. But setting up a blog is really important for you and your business. Promote through email. So providing good content can mark you as an expert in your field. People are always looking for expert advice. One thing to keep in mind is, you put that content on a blog, or let's say you put it on your website, or let's say that you put it on your social channels. Again, that's just a site sitting there waiting for people to come to it. When you push something out through email, you're actually pushing the information and the content to the end user, driving them out to the blog or driving them out to your website for more information. So it's just, I would say maybe a little bit more aggressive. It's going to give you that kind of hands-on experience where you can actually push your content to someone versus a website or a blog that's waiting for people to come to it. And again, of course, engage with social media. So social media is a major component of business's success in online marketing. You have your branding, targeting audience, putting out content, engaging audience, and monitoring insights. So you really can't go wrong with setting up social media for your business. 63% of businesses say posting content on social media has increased marketing effectiveness. That's a huge percentage. I don't think that anyone can say that it has negatively impacted their business unless they've created these channels and then didn't actually do anything on it. So again, not providing content or feedback. So you can't just put it up and put it out there and expect it to be successful if you're not actually using it and posting on a regular basis. Be an industry leader. So here, when you're the resource for your readers, you'll be seen as that industry expert. You're directing traffic to you. You're more noticeable, and then people share your content more readily. So again, the more information and content you put out there, especially if it's good, relevant content, it's going to get shared. It's going to be forwarded on to friends or to family, so it's only going to give you more exposure. Building loyalty and generating leads. So let's think about it this way. Helpful content is going to help what? Build trust. Once you build trust, you're going to get more leads. And then when you get more leads, that's going to turn into sales. So does your content allow for comments and promote discussion? If not, you're missing out on a golden opportunity to learn from your readers and allow them to tell you exactly what they're interested in. Also, the interaction is a great opportunity to build a community of passionate individuals who appreciate your company's brand and mission, thereby becoming your greatest advocates on and offline. Once you create a community of readers for your content who are loyal to you and your brand, you have a pool of leads that you can access. So again, being able to be that expert in your industry and build that loyalty through content is vital for your business. So how do you get started? Now that you know how you can use content for your sales and for your business and reaching your objectives, the biggest step comes with getting started. You need to make sure that you sit down and make a plan. So knowing your audience. So who are you trying to reach? You need to make sure that you map out a calendar. Create a calendar for yourself of when you're going to actually sit down and create some content, or if you're going to curate content from elsewhere, or again, the mixture of both. Outline your major offerings. So what is it that you do and what can you offer your clients? Plan for ongoing content, and then know where you want to promote it, you guys. You also have to know whether you will be primarily, again, using your own content or curating content from other sources. We talked about the benefits and maybe the negatives of both curating and creating, and my best recommendation is that you do a mix of both. That's exactly what we do here at eMerge, is we actually have curated content that we're providing to our clients on a regular basis. However, we know that, for you, the best thing that you can do is create your own content as well. 62% of companies actually today outsource their content marketing. So that's actually up 7% from last year. So again, there's nothing wrong with it. I think a lot of people have a lot of mixed feelings, or they don't really understand how content and articles work. But I believe we covered a good bit of it today in trying to explain what the difference of creating and curating content is. Now back to part of your plan, using your professional brand. So make your blog and your social media look as professional as possible while making it consistent with your current visual brand. Remember, the more consistent your brand is across your online channels, the better. You want people to know who they're looking at, what they're reading, who you are and what you do, and how you can help them. Be consistent. Use different types of content. So again, we went over the different types. There's blogs, how-to guides, social media posts, images, infographics, video, testimonials, email newsletters, right? So you have all of these different options, different ways, different resources that you can create content. So don't think of it as, I have to write an article. You don't always have to write an article. You can do a short video. Again, take pictures, get testimonials. It's all about creating unique content while you have curated content. You want to make sure that if you are curating content, that you do remember to cite where you got it from. There's nothing wrong with using someone else's content as long as you cite where you got it from. So that way, again, it may even link back to where you got it from. Track your efforts. You want to make sure that whatever you're using, within eMerge, we actually track all the efforts for you. Everything's linked inside of your account. We provide all the tracking for you, but you can also set up Google Analytics and start tracking your blog and content. In fact, most of our clients, we actually assist them in creating a Google Analytics account and connecting it inside of eMerge. So again, they just have to log into one place to check all their reporting. So not only their email, but their social media, how effective it is, their blog, the kind of traffic they're receiving. So again, you want to make sure that you're tracking your efforts, seeing what people are reading, and how effective it is. The things that are working for you, you want to make sure that you do more of that, right? You don't want to waste your time on content that isn't working for you. So who here is feeling maybe a little bit overwhelmed? You don't need to be. That's why we're here. eMerge is here to help you. We want to make sure that we give you the best platform for success. With eMerge, we basically can help you set up everything. We set up all your email templates, your social media, so Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube channel. We also do a blog, a Tumblr blog for you. We make sure everything is visually branded to match the same. It's consistent. And we even have content, curated content that you can access depending on your likes and interests. And then we also offer you inside the eMerge platform an easy place for you to go in and create your own content and push it out through all your social channels, email, and blog. Do I have any questions? At this point, I'm going to open it up for questions. If you could type your question in, I'd be more than happy to answer for you. All right, you guys, I don't think I have any questions about content. Did we cover everything? Well, some other resources that you may want to check out is our blog, which is blog.easyemerge.com. You can also visit our website, easyemerge.com. And then you can also find us on all our social channels. Start following us there. We always are putting out great marketing tips around not only email, but social and blogging and content as well. I would like to take this time to thank you so much for joining us for this webinar. Again, my name is Natalie Guest. I'm the Director of eMERGE Experience, and should you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to email or give me a call. If you are not an eMERGE user yet, but are interested in getting started, go ahead and give us a call or email us to set up that one-on-one demo. Thank you so much for your time, and you guys have a fantastic day.